G'day everybody, welcome to a quick demo of the Pro Plasma software. So this is our software we use on our Pro Plasma. It's called CAD CAM Cut, CNC. It's developed in the United States. It's probably one of the best light plasma softwares on the market in the world. It's very user-friendly, very easy to use, and very powerful. So we'll give a quick demo. So it's broken up into three parts: your CAD, your CAM, and your CNC. You can draw shapes. It has a full-fledged CAD. You can do things like linear pattern. So you can, it has, your normal drawing tools, trim tools. So you can draw basically any 2D shape. It's very good for workshop floors, especially for guys that are doing any sort of repair work, or somebody that's looking to be able to draw simple shapes, and quite complex shapes actually, like headboards and stuff like that, and headboard with your cutouts for utes and so forth. It's very handy for that. So that's how you can draw. You can also import DXFs. Actually, we'll do the image first. You can also import images, which is very useful. So if you open an image, let's say it's the Grinch, it's going to automatically turn the image into a cut path. So you can select that. Let's say you're doing a fire pit. Then you can draw your fire pit shape. And it's obviously automatically going to know your Grinch is on the internal. It has your bridging, so you can go through and bridge your shape, and that's going to automatically then make sure they don't fall out. So you probably have to bridge that too if you're going to do it, so that doesn't fall out. But you get the idea. You have the ability to write text. Then you can change the size of it. But I need to. Get the idea. You can go through. You can then explode the text once you're happy with it. That'll turn it into a actual cut path for your drawing, and then you can go through and bridge your shapes. So very powerful, very quick and easy for setting up jobs. You can also then import DXFs. So if you something like a flange, bring it in. It also brings DXFs as one part, but you can just explode the part, and then that'll bring it into individuals, and then you can edit that as you just normally would. So that means if someone sends you a DXF, you can just edit it straight on the machine, no need to worry. So once you've got your part, let's say that flange, we're going to cut that flange, you send it over to the CAM. So the CAM has all your cut charts for your machine that is set up in the background. So it has everything ready to go. You're just going to select your material type, what you're cutting, your thickness. Then you're going to go through and tell it what consumable you're using, depending on the plasma it's attached to it. So this has got a 105 Power Max set up in this demo. So it's going to have Power Max cartridges. It automatically sets up your parameters. So your feed rate, kerf width, cut height, pierce delay, puddle jump distance. This is really good for being able to put in, so then the machine will come down, pierce then it will stay at the pierce height over the puddle, then drop down half a stage, step, then down, and then continue cutting. That way it jumps the puddle. So if you're cutting thicker material, one of the big problems is it does the pierce puddle, and then a lot of machines will just drop straight down to their cut height, drive the cartridge straight through the rubbish that's just been pierced, and wreck the end of it. So if you put say a 10 mil puddle jump, it's just going to move 10 mil away before it comes down to its cut height. Normally you want this to be about 75% of the lead-in length. So if it's a 10 mil lead-in, you say want like a 7.5 mil puddle jump. It's got your voltage there, your pressure. You can do your corner shapes too. Most of these people live on sharps, but you can do rounded loops. Then once you're happy with that, you can go over to true shape or just standard nesting. So true shape nesting, it's going to nest your parts up for you. Or you can just do standard. Sorry, I want to delete all of them. Just do your standard nesting. So if I just say I want 10, it's just going to do straight nesting, not try and fit them in together. So that rectangular nesting is good for rectangular parts because you're just going to fill the whole sheet up. You can do your freestyle cuts. So this is really good for the ability to be able to cut the sheet and use the offcut. So let's say we want to say I will cut them into 2 pieces like this. It's going to then cut that part and then cut that end off. And you can move that back to the edge. That way your sheet is going to be that offcut, and this goes in the bin. Obviously, bridging, you can do linear patterns still. You can change your connections tools, bridging, for being like joining 2 cuts together. So once that's set up and your job's ready to go, you just hit the 2 chevrons here. This is remnant if you want that. So this is an optional extra for this software where it keeps your remnants on file. So it'll give these 2 names, 5 and 6, this piece and this piece. Then you can go back through your sheet library and find that one, and then find it in the rack. You can mostly you'd want to rename them and give them a name so you know what they are, and then write on the actual sheet. So then if you can find sheet 130, you go and find it in the rack, and then you can put it on the machine, and then it will automatically know. I was going to say proceed without remnants at this point. And then it'll send the parts over to your CNC. And then you can jog your machine around just like normal. Set your program as X and Y, and then press run. Comes up with a notice to say that check your consumables, and then your machine is just going to start cutting. It's as simple as that. That has some really good features like the ability to do a jump to line. So let's say you want to start anywhere where it's green. You just select this, so select there, press it down, say move to that location. It's going to move the yellow dot to that location. Press the green, and it's going to start cutting from that location. You also can do leading cut-ins. So if I go like jog it, let's say let's stop there, I can just move it away from it. Press that. It's going to go do a lead in and then move back, and then can just continue cutting. That way you can go into the waste material, and it pierces in the waste material, moves back to the location it stopped, and then just continue cutting as normal. So yeah, no going through G-code, no need to worry about G-code. Very user-friendly. You can turn torch height control on and off. It has your kerf crossing detection too, so if you're going to cut over another part that's already cut, it'll turn the torch height control so it doesn't dive. It has all your settings here. So yeah, very straightforward program, easy to use, very powerful, user-friendly. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. Anyone can use it. If it takes like literally 2 days and you've got your head around 95% of what you need to cut pretty much any part you need. And then over time, you will very easily pick up the rest of the features. And the ability to do edge starts. You can also do rip cuts, which is very handy. So a rip cut means you can just job the machine to anywhere on the part, and then say I just want to cut 250 mil in that direction, and it's just going to put a line and just going to cut 250 mil in that direction. So that's very good for strip cutting, or you just need to cut something quickly. You can just dump it on the plate, move it to that, like move the torch to that location, and then just rip cut it. So yeah, there's pretty much nothing you can't do on this machine. And it's all has inbuilt protections, so no one can crash it. It has the ability, it has sensors, detections. It has a safe zone perimeter, so you can't go outside that. Very easy to use and user friendly. Well, thanks very much for coming and watching this demo. If you made it to the end, thank you very much.